Hello. I need to talk a little bit more about this bullying aspect of narcissism. And I'm going to tell you why I need to talk about it. This has been bullying period, has been a hot button of mine for years. I can't stand it. I don't understand it. It's never been clear to me why any kind of bully thinks they have something over on somebody else. I don't understand it. And I never will. And we like to think that as we age, as we grow, we eventually know what's right and wrong, and we end up maybe outgrowing the bullying stage that we had when we were younger. The fact remains, I guess, some of us don't. But just as I will not accept the bullying from a younger person, I'm not accepting it from a narcissist either. It is something that you have to be able to see. No one's going to tell me that narcissist, regular bully, or otherwise doesn't see what they're doing. Somebody right now would insert, well, of course they see what they're doing, they just don't care. That's the part that bothers me. That's the part that bothers me. With bullying, I wrote an article like 8 years ago, and these are old examples, but we are losing our teenagers and our young people to suicide and murder because of bullying, okay? And I'm just going to pick out a couple examples from this older article. Audrey Pott, 15, hung herself. She was raped, and they spread pictures about her. Rada Parsons, 17, raped, publicly humiliated, hung herself. The Laramie boys to Matthew Shepard, 21, beaten to death because he was gay. Jaden Bell, another one, he's gay, 15 years old, he hangs himself. I was broken when I wrote this article, broken. The children to that grandmother, 68-year-old grandmother on the bus, Karen Klein her name was, all picking on her. Brandon Tina, 21, famously portrayed by Hilary Swank in the movie Boys Don't Cry, raped, beaten, murdered. The whole world to Tom Cruise because he jumped on a couch, bullying him. Guess what? He's still Tom Cruise and we're not. Kim Kardashian, because her feet were swollen when she was pregnant. She was pregnant. I mean, come on. How far does the bullying go? That was her first pregnancy. Like I said, this article is old. My point is this. I mean, hell, even the witches of Salem circa 1692. That all started because girls were mean girls. She's a witch, she's a witch, she's a witch. Yeah, look it up. The Putnam girls, the governor's daughter, they were picking on each other. It all started because of bullying. And people were burned at the freaking stake. So now you have a narcissist in the grown-up world bullying people. And my question is this to any bully. I just don't get how you think you have anything over anybody else. Better. I don't get it. I don't get why you think you have a right to mistreat anybody for any reason. And I understand your childhood at home might be miserable. Your childhood at home might have been miserable. Your childhood at home... I don't care. So why would you want to go inflict that same pain on somebody else? And why do you feel you have the right to do that? No, it's not okay. And here's the thing I don't get. Don't you understand how the universe works? This isn't fluffy talk. You get from the universe what you put out into it. So if you're a narcissist and you have stories 1 through 39 of how everything's failed you and this business went bad and that friend is no longer and this relationship went sour, don't you see a pattern? You get what you put into the universe, you get back. Not to mention karma. And if you don't believe in karma, I'm sorry to tell you, not only is she real, she's a lunatic. And she will find you. And I mean, going through the world, navigating through the world with your narcissistic bully self, or your plain old bully self, don't you wonder how people that maybe you do feel something for view you? Like if you have parents and you're behaving this way and slashing up victims one after another as a narcissist, or being a bully to people one after another as a bully. Don't you wonder if your grandparents would be proud, your parents, a sibling, a cousin, your children? Everybody has somebody on earth that they think they care about what they think about them. Everyone has to have one person. So think of that person. Oh my God, would they be proud of me right now? Would they understand my behavior right now? Would I be able to tell them what I'm doing right now with a straight face and not hide or lie about it? If chances are the answers are no to all of those questions, then you obviously are mistreating people. And I don't understand how it is that you wouldn't want to get to a point that you realize yourself and grow out of it. Good things will come to you if you put good out into the universe. It's a very simple, it's energy, it's physics, it's been described before, proven time and time again. It is so well discussed that we all know that it is true, that what you put out there, you get back. Now, if you do have parents and kids and a world, karma comes in all different ways. So you might say to yourself, oh, I really wanted to buy my daughter that car, but things blew up over here. Well, why do you think things blew up? Everything in your life will blow up until you learn to behave like a normal human. So now you can't get your daughter a car because this blew up, which you'll blame people over here. Maybe this blew up because the night before you slashed up another victim. It happens like that. I need you to snap out of it if you're a narcissist and get some bloody help. And no, I'm so sick of excusing their behavior because of their childhood, and they're stuck in this, and this is a pattern they'll have forever, and they can't change, and they don't want to change. Well, I don't care. Snap out of it. You're nothing but a big bully, and you need to get help. No, I don't. I'm happy just the way I am. I don't seem to be bothering anybody. My life is fine. If you can, in the face of all of this education, in the face of all the pain you've caused people, walk through life with your chin held high and saying you are fine, then you are more lost than I could even begin to imagine. And you are so filled with self-hatred that you just cannot cause enough damage to other people to rid yourself of that self-hatred. There's so much in you. And you know what? I don't want you to harm yourself either. I don't want anyone harming themselves or getting harmed. I'd like everyone to be happy, healthy, and in love if that's what they want. Happiness and healthiness till 100 for everybody. And there's no reason that we can't all get to a point of a healthy upstairs. And you are doomed as narcissists. The research shows that you are doomed. There's no help you can get. You will be like that until you die. It's a very, very bleak outlook for your future. And if I were a narcissist, I don't know, I think I'd be wanting to challenge that and look into it and say, there's so much information, it's impossible to ignore. So why aren't you trying to look at it and say, am I nothing but a bully? Were you a bully as a kid? Were you bullied as a kid? I don't know what the reasons are for you to have landed in your narcissistic conundrum, but it's high time you start leaving innocent people alone with it and exist in your own self and stop bullying people. I don't know what kind of pond scum thinks that they are better than anybody else, especially with social media. I love to watch people's commentary and how they bully other people, because I always want to say, well, what does your backyard look like? It's just not nice. I don't care for it. Everyone has something to say about what everyone else is doing wrong. Well, guess what? Bullies, narcissists, you guys are doing things wrong. And we've all been talking about it for a long time, and we're trying to teach you. And many of you don't care. Most of you don't care. The research shows that all of you don't care. But don't you care? I don't get it. How can you not care and just not know that karma will cast her wrath upon you if you don't straighten up. And it'll come through any channel it wants. Business, friends, family, directly to you. The bad energy you put out will find you. And it probably already has. That's why your life is a mess. Look around. If your life is a mess. You know it. I know it. You can't hide it. Everybody sees it. And if you have adult children, let me tell you something. They're looking at you like you're a mess. And they're probably thinking, oh my God, will you just get it together? You're not cool, swinging with the times, hanging out with different people. No. All kids want, adult or otherwise, is for their parents to be stable human beings with normalness in their lives. So get out there and seek some help if you think that you fall into any of these categories. For the love of Blanche, my God, leave the rest of us alone. Thank you.